Welcome.
We did it again. Welcome to We All Gonna Die.
Wednesday.
That'd be tonight.
This is it. You are in the right place. Welcome. STX, first time watching. Welcome, my friend, to your very first We All Gonna Die Wednesday. You made it. Congratulations.
Rest in peace on my headphone users.
Prepping Mantis, Wolfang, Hunterin, 25, what's happening, my brother, Nostradamus, Tracy K, Cat Lady, Nelly, Betty Lou, SRD, what's happening? It is SRD, and you've caught it. You're here. You've seen it. It infects through the eyes. So yeah, we got some We All Gonna Die stuff to talk about tonight. And of course, we're always looking to you guys in the chat. We want to know what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're feeling, why we all gonna die this Wednesday.
It's got you worried. You want to just do like a therapy session?
I need to know.
You want to let out your feelings.
Because I don't get to follow. You know, I work for a living, so you know I'm at work all the time, and I don't get to follow everybody at work. I try to catch some folks here and there when I can. You know, my hands are free. I'll turn somebody's stuff on and watch and see what's going on. But
as long as the boss don't catch it, it just looks like you're watching it. It looks like you're on your phone at work, and they're like, "Hey, you can't be on your phone at work." I'm like, "I'm not." I'm like listening to the thing, but then you never know who's going to say something. All of a sudden, the boss is standing right there, and the Livingston man drops some knowledge, and it's like,
Hunter says his lungs are screwed again. I'm so sorry, my dude. I hope you get over it quickly.
You should have been wearing a mask.
Hey, Livingston man, could you roll that beautiful bean footage?
We shall return.
Siren. There can be none of that. None of it. None of it. And poof. Fucking bombs everywhere. Poof. Fucking people getting gunned down in the streets. Fucking citizens have had enough of your shit. Revolution's coming. Revolution's coming. We're fucking done. Revolution's coming. Tell us to take it on the chin. Not likely. You're gonna fucking take it on the chin. When the revolution comes, no sirens, no bells, no fucking whistles. It's just gonna fucking arrive like the morning. Better prep the fuck up. Peace.
Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. You made it. Man, I love that intro. Fire. You can't even talk to this guy on the phone. He records shit all the time.
I made that intro.
Lucky day in preparedness. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's fun. I made that intro and it gave me chills. I was like, this is creepy, man. It's creepy.
Old Mutt in the house. Dan Birch, what's happening, my brother? Jay Creature in the house. Squid, SRD, Wood Knots, Cat Lady, Nelly, Carlo, Adventures, and Survival. Thank you so much. Smash that like button for us, folks. We really appreciate it. Helps us beat back the algorithmic overlords here on YouTube, and maybe some other people will join us tonight. Maybe the more likes, more notifications. I don't know. Let's try it out.
See if it works. We keep saying it. You know, I started to wonder: is it the algorithm? Or is this our content suck?
Well, probably a little bit of both.
You know, maybe look within first.
Mr. B Local, what's happening, my brother? Welcome.
Right,
Prepping artist, love and life got your care. Oh man, Utica coffee care packages, Livingston. Oh, thank you so much. If you guys
got these chocolate covered espresso beans.
Oh my God. If you have not tried Utica coffee, absolutely fantastic. It doesn't matter what flavor it is fantastic. Even the instant coffee is really freaking good. I had some at the cold weather training. Epic.
I just put it in I got the Stanley French press thing. It's a boil and press.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was unique. I went out, I was like, hey, I got this. I found this thing. Look, check this out. Everybody's like, yeah, I have that. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, screw you guys then, whatever. But I dumped it right in there. I pressed it out. I drank the whole thing, like 32 ounces.
Coffee. Love it. Gotta get it. My mother Spark says 21, right? No, I was wrong.
20.
I was wrong. I don't even know my own kid's age.
She's legal, but she can't drink yet.
The government told me excess sudden deaths are just transitory. I can't even talk tonight.
After Totalitarian Tuesday, it's like
Prepping
so
Mantis,
hard
welcome, my friend. Used to be a fan of the Utica Blue Sox baseball team back in the late 80s.
I used to be a fan of the Ninja Turtles back in the 80s.
Check out the
Cheers,
the Wake the Hell Up coffee from Utica Coffee Company. It's absolutely fantastic. And Love and Life is my coffee connection to Utica Coffee Company. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you. And any coffee care packages. I love it. It stays in my bug out bag. I keep a pound of it in.
No, I only drink coffee in the morning. Now, I'll drink like Red Bulls and Monster and every other synthetic energy nonsense coming down the pike all day long.
Right.
But if I drink a cup of coffee past like 1 in the afternoon, I'll be awake for like 4 days.
I got to drink the stuff just to stay awake until bedtime, bro. I'm fading. Prepping Mantis. I think it was awesome. That's good coffee, man. It's not, when you think of something with extra caffeine in it, you imagine a real bold, like trucker's coffee, No,
it's like
but it's
smooth.
not. It's like a
nice
breakfast blend, and it's just got a little extra kick to it.
Yeah, it doesn't come out and throw hands at you. Like,
fantastic.
You don't have to run to the bathroom instantly.
It's true. Rescue, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're staying warm. The cold, it's upstate New York. It's February now, right, guys? Made it through the month of January. So
the problem, Jay Creature, is I only know like I remember this song. Like it basically goes ninja, rap, ninja, rap, ninja, rap. I'm just trying to get that $25. So give me my $25. Like, oh no.
Oh, fantastic! Wow, that was hilarious.
I don't know no song by Eminem Senior.
I drink a half a gallon of coffee in America. That's 1 cup. Ronnie, you are absolutely. He only gets partial credit. Okay, thank you, Jay Creature.
I'll take it. And God bless you, sir.
Funny.
God bless you,
Outlaw Jackson, thank you for joining us. So, breaking news now.
If you didn't understand the context of this comment right here, why, yes, he is his mother. Outlaw Jackson is his mother, everyone.
So breaking news, this just went down 50 minutes ago. Well, they have restored power at LAX. The terminals went down.
Hold on.
It got pitch black. LAX. So they had a little freak out there. But apparently they got it back on pretty much right away. Yeah. Reroute the power.
So it's in the end. We're good.
Yeah.
So, because I don't really...
All fixed.
At first, I was like, damn, I was flying out of there later. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm not.
It's true.
Good.
But, hey, if you're traveling, it could screw you up.
The sooner California just suffers a catastrophic earthquake and is separated from the continental United States, the better. Am I right?
Turn it into the
Escape from L.A., you guys. Yeah. Remember that movie? That was dope.
Yep.
Escape from L.A.
Timothy says it's the Shredder. He must have drank all of the ooze.
Shredder will be back at Rocksteady. Remember that guy who was like in the belly? He didn't put him in the head. They put him in the belly for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, Krang. Krang. Use the brain.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
So weird. So weird.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Currently dealing with power outages in central South Texas. STX. That's terrible, man. I hope you guys have alternate means of staying warm down there. It's supposed to get cold, so... that storm is no joke, and they're still getting pummeled through the South. They're down in like the 30s in places in Alabama and Texas.
Where are the rock soldiers from Dimension X? Shredder. This is officially a Ninja Turtles live stream.
It done turned it on us, folks.
Shredder.
But yeah, be careful if you're out. If you a roaming prepper said it best earlier. If you don't have to travel, don't. As it gets dark, things are going to freeze up. It gets nasty. So
the black ice with the wind and precipitation and stuff, the wind it hits the ground as rain. The wind freezes it. And,
flash freeze almost.
I walked out the door. Well, it was yesterday morning. Matter of fact, everything looked normal. It looked like it had rain, but essentially black. It was the black glass, baby.
Yeah, it's scary.
Scary stuff. Not only will it get you on the road, but it'll get you walking off your front porch. Like, fall down.
It catch you quick.
You fall down, go boom.
Yeah, that sucks.
Keep your footing.
Livingston, make sure you pop open.
No,
please, kind sir.
What?
Please, yes. Yes.
You guys want to see my chat messages? What are we showing?
Yes. Scroll on up. Where did it go?
Not too far.
Oh, you know why? Because that's not the right one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We're good at this. Don't you forget it.
It's a work in progress.
Okay, you know what? Here's one that's really close to my heart because there's a lot of misinformation flying around. Clicking.
Yes.
Right. Oh, come on. Open it up.
Now,
you guys, I can't see.
There we go. There we go. Thank you.
We're going to show them the thing you're showing.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
The pop-up ads and the whole,
over there.
Oh, man. 2.6 million pounds of canned meat poultry products have been recalled. Squid, thank you so much. Couple PBRs on Squid. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. The Conger brand is recalling 2.6 million pounds of canned meat and poultry that may have been spoiled due to a packaging defect. So, if you guys have any of this stuff on the shelves, the products subject to the recall bear the establishment's number P4247. P4247. Angry Prepper, thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate you, brother. So if you guys have these Vienna sausages on the shelf, check it out. There's a big recall going on. Check it out. It says the problem was discovered when the establishment notified FSIS after observing spoiled and or leaking cans from multiple product dates in the establishment's warehouse. The subsequent investigation determined that the cans subject to recall may have been damaged in a manner that is not readily apparent to customers, which may allow foodborne pathogens to enter the cans. So keep an eye out for these things. Botulism's no joke.
If you are stocking up and have like Vienna sausages, number one, listen, don't ever talk smack to me about spam one time in your life. If you are one stocking up on Vienna sausages, I'm out here like you get what you deserve. But
Angry says, screw it, I'll eat it anyway. I don't have a bitch stomach. See? Some people have that cast iron pit.
So that I went running off on my mouth and whatnot. But no, it's not the meat itself that's spoiled here. It's the method of sealing the cans is apparently defective. Yeah. They're finding they're just leaking for no reason, whatever's going on.
Exactly. They didn't seal properly. So if you have some of these on the shelf, P4247 is the numbers and the letters that you're looking for on the cans. If you have those...
you know who would never do that to you?
Does it say where to contact? It says a list of products is also available from the USDA.
Here it is.
With food safety questions, can call the USDA toll free at 888-674-6854. There you go. Too many characters.
Oh, way over, man.
Yeah, the Livingston man was trying.
Let me try to do something. I'm going to come back.
STX says you don't need to store extra salt if you have Spam. That's right. You just cut it up in little pieces and throw it on there. Boom. It's salted. It's salted. Too many characters. 213.
I'm trying.
213.
Consumers can also
Oh, there you go. Yeah, take it all right out there.
Got it.
Oh, he did it. Let's see. Lucky Dame says Pop Top always run a risk of not sealing correctly or coming over.
Or they can get damaged, especially if you have them shipped by mail, like the Amazon and FedEx guy. Yeah. He's mad.
That's why I got all those broken coffee cups.
140 for a 12-pack of Spam once a week. This guy he's annoyed. He's annoyed with it.
Jay Creatures, exactly. Properly wrap your wieners. Properly store your food, and you don't have to worry about it.
What's this person's problem? Some axe to grind, GMA. What's up?
Oh, no. I don't know. I didn't see his first comment, so I'm not sure. Could you scroll up for me, and perhaps we'll find out. Just wanted to rub it in that the black market is smuggling eggs over the border. Hey, any way to make a buck, right? Any way to make a buck. Couldn't you just add a few mason jars and can them while they're good? Potentially, but you don't know if those... I mean, you'd have to open them up to find out. I guess, Rescue. You'd really, you got to dig into them. That's why it's so important to rotate your preps, guys.
Look back through,
first in, first out.
Give it away,
first in, last out, something like that.
The worst thing you could have is one, you've been prepping Spam or Vienna sausages for the big one, right?
And you keep eating the new one you put on the shelf.
But then the big one happens and you crack it open and that stuff is green and you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah, no, I did all this for nothing. Penny Pinching Prepper, welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. You made it.
Now of course Pop Tops, they're convenient and easy,
yes.
Quick.
Absolutely.
But they just don't have the staying power, the absolute seal that
of like a tin can, right? A can of soup or something like that. Anything without a pop top, right?
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you rely on canned food whatsoever, and even if you don't, you should definitely, if you haven't already, add a can opener to your can.
Yeah, if you don't have a can opener, there's
and it doesn't have to be some super prep, and you're gonna go P38. Go to
that's
the
one of my favorite comics, man.
You go to Hannaford and get you like a nice can opener. Like who cares? But like if you can't open a can, you can have all the food you want. You gotta smash the can up against your own head to open it. What do you do?
There's a couple methods to open a can without a can opener, but it's much easier with one, especially a good one. Lucky Dame says arrange everything by Best Buy date. Whatever's coming up soon, eat first. Absolutely, got to rotate those preps, guys. Got to rotate those preps.
I stab the cans. I have it's a Gerber LMF2.
That's the one. That's the one.
If you have to, you can just stab the can with it, like.
NY Prepper, welcome, my friend, to We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
We have some big names in the chat tonight. I'm flattered.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for stopping by.
It's star-studded here this evening.
Oof. Yeah. It's like the Grammy Awards.
Marco blew out his flip-flop.
It's the Academy Awards. P38s are great because you can put 25 of them in your... I used a P38 one time. I said never again. I went to Hannaford and I bought an actual can opener. And it was
it's so much easier.
You got to use the P38.
So if you do have a P38 or a P51, any kind of can opener like that, practice with it, guys. Practice with it. You don't want to find out that when the time comes, the first time you go to use it, you freaking break it because you weren't using it right.
My problem is I don't have the patience.
Yeah.
Now, in a pinch, yes, a P38 will work when I'm decide that I'm stuck in the Alaskan bush and I have 3 hours to open this can and nothing else to do.
Yep.
Or fight with the damn thing. Otherwise, like I said, I'm just going to bust out my trusty Hannaford.
I can open it, yes. Crank that sucker open.
It's just like the argument versus rubbing sticks together versus just having a Bic lighter. People think you got a lighter, you're not even a real prepper, dude. It's like
I got a whole box full of these.
Well, sorry guys, I lit the fire in 13 seconds. What a jerk. I can't believe you did that,
Yep. It says the egg situation's been quite interesting. The TSC Doomer feed drama has people up in arms. Yeah, I've heard about that.
They're not being very forthcoming with what is the actual reason for this uptick in the price of eggs, and they're being conflicting information. People
are saying that they're otherwise normal chickens that would lay every day. It's wintertime, so they lay a little bit less, but they just haven't been producing eggs at all. And some folks have it attributed to the feed, changed the feed, and seem to have fixed the problem. I think Angry brought this up on his live stream yesterday. But yeah, man, that sucks. It sucks. Absolutely sucks.
That's why I carry multiple New York Prepper. Knife blades get dulled from opening a lot of cans. Now, most of my diet intends to consist on pop-top spam cans. So I'm saving knife edge right there. But I carry 3 different knives. A pocket knife for like little stuff, like doing like, everything with the thing. And I have a utility knife. It's a fixed blade, full tang knife with a thick like blade profile at round clip point. It's not for stabbing. It's not for harming anything. It's for doing work, chopping.
Beating it up.
This would be what I would, if I was going to open cans with a knife. This would be the one that does it. It's for that. And then I carry a K-bar, like full size one, the 8-inch.
Yeah, blade. The big man of Jim.
That's for that's my sidearm sort of thing. But like, see my flashlights. You'll see a lot of people do 3s.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a small, like ridiculously small flashlight in my pocket. I have a headlight. And I have a
ridiculously big flashlight.
The OLED, and it's a Warrior X. And so you have
those things are incredible.
Unless you have one item that can do all of these, you have to find you actually will find yourself carrying multiple items that sort of do the same thing, but their responsibilities overlap.
Yeah. Well, in my time, I have found that some items, I'm not going to say all, but some items that claim to do multiple things do them, but don't do any of them really well. So I would rather improvise than carry a tool that's not going to do everything I need it to do well.
We're all tradesmen, tradespeople here, and there's something to be said for the right tool for the job.
Absolutely.
And so I mean, everything. If you can follow me here, is that everything that's ever been. It's your one-stop shop. This is the one tool that'll do it. It doesn't.
Well, it does, but it doesn't do any of them really well.
Right.
Like those it's a pair of pliers and it's got all the wrench heads on it. It may work well as a pair of pliers, but the rest of the job, I
have this credit card survival tool, but do you think I'm just going to go ahead and use that and utilize it the rest of my life?
No way. That's one of those gimmicky things. Don't buy into the gimmicks, guys. Don't buy into the gimmicks. There's plenty of us on here who have tried these things and failed with them. And I don't mind sharing some of that stuff with you guys.
Break it. You just need to break it.
One of my earlier videos was of one of those paracord survival grenade things, right? Piece of junk. Absolute total piece of junk. The best thing about it was the paracord, right? I got some nice red paracord. The rest of it sucked. Everything in it sucked. It was a gimmick. The thing was like $30. What a waste of freaking money. What a waste of money. You were halfway to a good Leatherman multi-tool at that point with your $35. Just save a couple more bucks and get a good quality piece of gear.
As a general rule, like these kind of all-in-one survival kits, you go on Amazon, they're like, $39. You got 150 piece survival
and kit. This is all I need.
It's 149 Band-Aids in a backpack, and you're like, bro. They always say build your own survival kit, build your own bug out kit, whatever you want to call it, but from premium parts that are agreeable to your intended situation.
Absolutely. And there's certain things that you can kind of cut corners on, and then there's other ones that I absolutely would not. STX says buy once, cry once. I learned the hard way.
When possible, yeah. And anybody on a budget, yes, Amazon is a place, but
some things you can get by with. Other things, especially when it comes to shelter,
the things warmth, things you're going to beat up, anything that touches the ground or otherwise gets hit.
Yeah, your boots. Boots. You can skimp a little bit on your pants, but I would spend more on your boots. Your overcoats, your insulating layers. If you can't afford all this fancy gear, go military surplus. That stuff is not going to fail you. The ECWAC system is real. And it works. It works like a champ.
And if you're an American and it matters to you, then if it's good enough for the troops, it's good enough for me. It's always my attitude. And the quality is always top notch because government inspectors are real snooty.
Oh, man. NY Prepper says they're doing a purge of gun channels. They hit him for a suppressor video. Holy cow, bro. That's absolutely terrible. YouTube is just sticking it to the content creators lately, man. Absolutely terrible. He says people should branch out of YouTube. He started a Rumble and will be posting uncensored content there. I can't wait to hear Greg drop an F-bomb.
I was on Rumble. I appeared on a buddy of mine's Rumble channel one time, and it was
Shipbird Militia.
It was a liberating experience. Like, you can just kind of say and do whatever you want without you can be outrageous if you want, but otherwise you don't have to worry about that ban hammer coming down that hand of Big Brother
and erasing your content.
Saying no to you.
And erasing your content. They hit pinball today for showing a gun last week. Oh man.
Well,
Unreal.
This is
well. You get so as Operation Polar Eclipse goes down the road, you can bet your sweet bippy that we're probably going to get ban hammered.
Yeah, we intend to show some. I mean, there's definitely got to have guns.
It's the apocalypse. It's the apocalypse. That's crazy, man. I can't believe they do that. They make so much money.
Can't believe they do that.
They make so much money off the content creators. Why would they put them under the thumb like that? It's just not cool.
Because of laws that let society pay for the actions of an individual.
Okay.
So somebody watches our live stream and decides that something we said was an incitement to violence. They go ahead and are incited to violence.
That's
but instead, because they saw our video on YouTube, it actually becomes YouTube's fault for even allowing it in the first place. So they just are like, no, you can't say that then. It's not that they are for censorship. It is that they have to abide by these ridiculous laws, and especially the court of public opinion. It's like, how dare you? And it's like, no, instead of pointing the finger at the person that did it, it's always blame something bigger than the individual.
Yeah, Angry said it. They allow LGBT crap on YouTube Kids. Unbelievable.
It's the same spirit that allows victims of mass shootings to sue
gun manufacturers.
Yes, the manufacturer of the firearm itself.
Absolutely crazy.
I don't even know how to approach that. That is tyranny.
Well, guns do three things. They function, they fail, and they rust. Everything else is up to the person behind it. They can't.
I've seen guns sit in a corner for just years and
never do anything.
They don't even do anything. You're like, look at you.
You can even talk down to them. You could talk trash to that shotgun in the corner, and it just gonna sit there.
But every time, if we're gonna go down this hole, then every time something like this happens, society
is not responsible.
Society is responsible, and the individual is not.
Yeah.
This attitude needs to change. Are they somewhat interconnected? Okay, yeah. Okay, people wouldn't act the way they do without some sort of like societal trigger that, has psychologically
molded them to that way.
Right.
Okay.
And so, that's one for the philosophers. But what I'm saying is that, especially with gun laws, what we see every time is that somebody acts the fool, and then what they do is crack down on all the people that didn't do anything wrong and treat the guy that did it like he's a victim. Oh, well, his parents were alcoholics. He suffers from some kind of mental illness and this and that other thing, which also is real. I'm not stigmatizing.
Right.
Only a person suffering from a mental illness would commit these acts. This is what needs to be addressed because something's wrong
with people as a whole. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be getting worse.
I'm going to stop short of suggesting that some outside mechanism is directly responsible, but that there seems to be a pattern here that seems to be predictable through science and medical technology. And it's not being addressed except in terms of legislation and not in like medical arena.
Yeah.
But Congress saying, well, we'll just take all the guns away. But like, that's like when they're going to take all the drugs away.
400 million of them.
They're going to take all the guns away and they're just going to like act loud and be like, we did something, but and then everybody shuts up and that's the end of it.
Yeah. So in local news, Livingston, man, my beloved Tony's Pizza Pit in Poughkeepsie, New York, burned to the ground last night.
Moment of silence. One in the chat.
R.I.P. to Tony's Pizza Pit. They had some slamming pizza. And And I hope they rebuild. It was
the first place I ever had a chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Oh, man. Tony's Pizza Pit.
Yeah, I did it.
R.I.P.
You guys thought I was nasty because I like Spam? I put ranch on the pizza.
Man, you could just, you haven't had a real porker pizza until you throw some Spam on it, right?
I ain't done that yet.
So, R.I.P. Tony's Pizza Pit. You will be missed. Your food was slamming, and we appreciated all the years of great meals from Tony's Pizza Pit.
You guys, how about this green comet?
Yeah, so supposedly...
Green comet, anybody?
Supposedly, the Harbinger of Doom is here, and we will be able to see it. Perhaps with the naked eye, if you're in a place that's dark enough.
What I say, I read it in the Northern Hemisphere, which makes you, if you're an American, that's you.
Yep.
After the moon sets, if you look for Polaris, the North Star,
yep,
you possibly can see with your naked eye, but better for binoculars. Look to Polaris, and you should see this green.
Yeah, there is some awesome photos on this we want to show you, and we're going to share this with you guys here as well. Let's see, I hit that, and then I hit this, and boom, here we are, the green comet, and we'll slowly scroll to not make everybody dizzy and drunk, but here's some amazing shots of this thing. And, some people say that these are harbingers of doom, and I think they're cool. I saw Comet Neowise when it came by. I was looking forward to seeing the other one. And this thing comes from, as you can see, the Oort cloud way out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, let's go. We all gonna die Wednesday.
There you go.
So the reason people thought comets were harbingers of doom is a lot of times after a comet would pass, there would be an outbreak of what history
plague.
calls plague.
Yeah.
And they thought
that the comet would bring it.
Well, because in the same way that if you're the type to believe that we were deposited here by some sort of comet or meteor bombardment, like the foundations of life were brought here by that. So the same logic applies with a comet, like it's coma, the cloud that
the dust cloud.
That this had somehow assaulted the Earth with some sort of pathogen.
Okay.
Bringing here some extraterrestrial life form that was bad for people.
Ooh.
But also, if you're a primitive, I guess not.
Yeah, well,
primitive person, you see this thing.
Back then it was pitch black and there was no light pollution, and you could see every star in the sky, right? So these things were a lot more visible back then than they are nowadays with all the light pollution.
Sure, and back then this was the only entertainment they had. But imagine this thing flies by. What do you even make of that?
That's a wild shot right there.
Still showing them this website.
Oh yeah, man, these photos are just awesome. I geek out on this space stuff.
I'd recommend if you're in a position to do so, sometime after the moon sets, wherever you live, if you're an American.
Yep. Get outside and check it out, guys.
Look toward the North Star. It's more or less overhead.
Look at that. That's wild.
These are killer pictures. These are taken. Yeah, these are taken with wicked stuff. But with
telescopes,
a pair of binoculars or a telescope, if you got one, you should be able to spot this thing.
Yeah, there's a time lapse of it progressing across the sky. How awesome is that? Just fantastic.
This is the one. This hasn't been seen since there was Neanderthals.
50,000 years. So there's your author, Mary Curran. Thank you for the awesome photos, Mary Curran. We appreciate it. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. I did it! Woo! Professional. That was an odd picture. Yeah, there's some...
We didn't need to know Marcy Curran.
Yeah, no, Marcy Curran, thank you so much.
Meet the author.
But give credit. No, militant farmer. He is here.
Newly reformed.
He is here. He keeps himself well oiled with PBR. Yeah, PBR.
You ever see that show Futurama? Bender,
maybe, yeah.
The robot Bender
Okay.
lubricates himself with alcohol. That's not a myth.
That's how it really works. But yeah, check out the comet if you get a chance to. Super, super cool. Really neat. Wow.
I'm annoyed.
It says excellent connection, but there's nothing there. The YouTube gremlins are out here.
It's stopped counting too.
Yeah.
Anybody? Are we still here? You guys with us?
Are you still with us? Very interesting.
5x5, anybody?
Yeah. How about it? No, our whole YouTube studio thing is frozen.
Anything going on?
Yeah. Actually, it froze a little while ago.
Not present. What does that mean? What's going on here? So I got thumbs up,
we're
5x5.
We're
okay, fine.
good.
Just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, let it.
See what happens.
We'll get back to
when
that
he
YouTube
touches
stuff.
It. You see what happens
I break things. I get nervous.
You can see in here, and that's all I need to know. Thank you so much for your feedback. Yes.
Yeah, but I really, when Comet Neowise came by, I was really looking forward to seeing the one before it. I can't remember what the name of the one before Neowise was. But it fell apart behind the sun, I guess, right?
Oh, that one, yeah.
It fell apart behind the sun, so we never got to see it. And when Neowise came by, it was quite the show in the sky.
Remember seeing that one?
Yeah, that was like the height of COVID.
I've seen like 3 comments in my life. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Hailbop, the one that those Heaven's Gate people decided to follow.
Okay. Yep.
I saw that one. That was. I mean, if you ever seen a comet, it's something to see, man. It's wild.
SRD said Haley's comet was amazing. Yep.
Haley's comet, cool. I won't see it in my life. I think the last time I came around was the 80s, 78, maybe something like that.
Yeah, a long time ago. But yeah, man, you never know. You never know what these things are going to deliver to you. So all the more reason to prepare, right? Rotate your stocks. Make sure you got everything. And practice.
Are the comets seeding the planet with like extraterrestrial pathogens?
Probably
I'm not saying they are. I'm simply asking the question. And like, unless Nancy Pelosi is willing to answer the question, then we have to assume that yes.
Yeah.
The answer
she may be from there, right?
Is yes.
Yeah.
Comets are seeding the planet with extraterrestrial viruses sent by the aliens to wipe us out and form a new extinction, which will then usher in the next. So they're going to bring back the dinosaurs because they were like,
yeah, they were cool.
That was way cooler.
So let's see. About 50,000 years ago, the Neanderthals still walk the planet, and they're 10,000 years later, they no longer existed. So,
but they do. Tell them.
Oh yeah, I got 2% Neanderthal DNA.
But they do.
Yeah, they do. Some of us, yeah.
European folks, especially if you're full blood, will likely carry that gene with you.
Yeah, it's true. Very trace elements of it, though. There's
but it's clear. It's clear evidence genetically, if you're the science type, that. We interbred with what is called by science a different species than us.
Okay.
But it was possible. The same way that, that's how dogs work. They're all from wolves.
Yeah, but some are little tiny wolves and some are great big giant
these genetic
wolves,
things are wild, the way these things would work out. Like us blue-eyed folk actually all share a common ancestor, and that didn't even live that long ago.
10,000 years, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, 10,000
they
years
even know where she came from, somewhere near the Black Sea in Russia, Belarus area there.
Fantastic.
But so the Neanderthals, like Michael's ancestors,
sure,
perhaps saw this comet.
Yeah, how about that? Yep.
Great news, you guys. Though we are all going to die Wednesday, here's a very interesting thing.
All right.
Think about how you got here. And that is that every single member of your family, your ancestry, all the way back did not die. At least before they passed like the gift of life along.
That's right. That's right.
So it's to stand here and have this conversation.
Yeah.
60,000 years after modern humans walked the earth is amazing. What it took to get us here today.
Yeah.
It's
we dodged a lot of bullets.
It's not so easy to kill us off, actually.
No, we're pretty resilient. Hunter says, I came through a dark tunnel and tiptoed through the candy cane forest.
I was playing video games with Hunter at his house one time, and he was playing against his father. And his dad was like, he got pissed because Hunter kept wrecking him at the video game. His father was like, I did your mom. Hunter didn't miss a beat. He was like, I've been inside her deeper than you ever have.
That's so wrong. Alexandra the Great, have a great night, sister. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate you. The Prepping Mantis says, all my ancestors were conceived on a Monday. during halftime. Oh, MY Prepper thinks that YouTube may ban all firearm content. It wouldn't surprise me, man. It really wouldn't.
There's no way.
Well, just the firearm related content on the tube. They went after like the big channels first and started hitting them real hard.
Because you're glorifying violence and you're radicalizing people, because you can't just have yourself a freaking TV show these days. You have to be worried about how people
be politically
will
correct.
Interpret it and what strange message they will conjure from it, and that you then will be held responsible for the actions of others. This is the current public actual justice system in America.
Interesting. Mage Matthews says, I know that it's an oldie, but still a goodie. Could you make a video about how to survive the tragic scenes in the movie The Edge, please? The Edge.
Never heard of
Interesting.
that in my life.
I think
Militant Farmer is a big fan. So, Militant Farmer, I'm gonna pass that on to you. Why don't you just go ahead, make a video about how to survive the tragic scenes in the movie The Edge.
There you go.
Please.
There you go. You'll have to subscribe to the Militant Farmer for that one, Mage. Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to catch up on it and watch the movie and see.
They're gonna leave Garant Thumb and Gun Drummer in them because they're like big million hit. They make money from them guys. There is an aristocracy in American culture. You'll notice that the guys who have been there and got the money and the influence stay there, and the rest of us are never really quite allowed to break through a certain level.
Yeah, the ceiling. We've been kind of stuck at a glass ceiling here for a little while, but hey, we just keep pressing on along, don't we, Livingston, man? The movie The Edge, Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin. I must have seen it. It's not ringing a bell, though. Not ringing a bell. Nope, sorry. Not much of a movie buff, but I'll have to look into it, and I will definitely get back to you.
I stand behind Alec Baldwin because
it's the safest place to be.
You know,
that's right. My man Marco, thank you so much for sharing out the Militant Farmers channel. And hey, I put it on you, man. You're gonna have to do it now.
If you ever meet the guy, Militant Farmer is the super coolest dude. But his videos are awesome too, and he doesn't pull any punches, and it's him in his video. He don't fake nothing.
Exactly. Edging. Yeah, don't Google edging. No.
Do it.
No.
Coward.
So what do you guys think, man? Do you think the comet is the harbinger of doom? Is everything going to go to shit from here on forward? History will show that the last time we saw one of these things in the sky, things were pretty shitty. They shut down the whole fucking world, right?
I don't think. Well, there's the whole coming of a comet probably figures into some kind of prophecy. But we already talked about a couple live streams ago, like the 4 horsemen are already on the loose.
Absolutely.
So what? Comet, cool. Like I had comet on.
Yeah, just add it to. That's right.
Got comments too. If you're a religious type, you are sitting there shaking your head saying, yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we're waiting for
it couldn't be more clear.
Well, it was a Nostradamus that predicted wormwood? No, that's Bible. That's Bible. Wormwood is from the Bible, right?
It's a bit of an obscure thing. Like the whole wormwood thing's never really been cleared up. We didn't know what John from Patmos was talking about with that one, but
yeah,
John from Patmos was a little out there. I think John from Patmos was smoking the herb.
1984 is The Night of the Comet, the best stupid prepper movie ever. I'll have to check that one too.
Yo, if you guys want to watch a super cool movie that foretells a lot of stuff, it's called oh gosh,
it's gone.
Oh no, it's like Things to Come or something like that. It's I think it's an H.G. Wells thing. But it's I stumbled across it on Amazon Prime. I'm pretty sure it's Things to Come.
Interesting.
Super old movie, but it talks about like the coming of like World War II and 1936. So a couple years before World War II actually broke out.
Right. Interesting.
But they go like do a space race and it's Creepy prophetic.
I'll have to check it out.
Pretty sure it's called Things to Come. I'm pretty sure it's called. You should check it out. If you got Amazon Prime, it's free to watch.
There you go. Love the free stuff, Livingston.
When talking 1936 here, this guy's talking about 2026 stuff. Things to come, not that. You got to spell it right, Jackson.
Love and Life says, watch The Last of Us. I heard that was a pretty good one, too.
Okay, like, listen, because, like, The Last of Us, if y'all out here thinking that's new, we played that video game 5-7 years ago. You're not here talking about Jake and Ellie to me because I already know who they are and I already lived their life and did that. You don't. With The Last of Us. Don't act like that shit's new. Don't.
Bill Gates and soy people crackers. Could be.
You ever seen Bill Gates? I mean, you ever just look at him?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think the best footage ever of Bill Gates was when that dude got him with the pie right in his face as he was like going in to testify or something. Just smashed him. I hope it was a shaving cream pie. Menthol, too. Burned his whole face.
He was taken aback. He was taken aback by it.
Oh yeah, he smoked him with that thing, man. Hilarious.
Well, it's probably less the pie in the face and more the like actual like poof. Like
oh yeah, the hand and the
some
force behind it.
There. Every time I see that name, I think it says Charlie. I'm like, Charlie Kirk's here.
Cherie says she wouldn't call herself religious, but even as a shaman, we feel the end is coming. Our Native American brothers and sisters speak of it. True.
What does it all mean, Basil? I mean, like, you know...
Hey, nobody gets out of life alive. So, it is a fact that we all gonna die. It's just a matter of if Wednesday's your day.
Nah, I figure that I can't be the only one who takes an attitude like, you know, when I was a little kid and stuff, like when I found out about like death and whatnot, it was scary, you know, like, oh my God, like I had to be careful, like, oh my God, I could die. You know? Anymore, it's not that like I don't care, but it's like I'm just not worried about it anymore. Do I want to die? Like, no one fucking does. Like, but is it something you worry about? Like, I'm not really worried about it. Like, and with that comes a sort of complacency. I get the idea, like, well, I can't, like, be on my own terms. And maybe that's psychologically the best way to go.
Yeah. Hey, when your number's called, and that's it. So hopefully you leave
I like to feel like
something behind.
I'm about to do some heroically stupid shit. So I'm going to go out the good guy, you know, but...
It's true. Oh. I'd hate to be Hudson and Livingston trying to weed through the conversations tonight. Hey, I'm just picking pointers here and there. My man Marco, Mickwick all natural fire starters.
He's got the ADHD when it comes out. Like he's like, you know, I'm dropping some deep knowledge. I was like, hey, the TV show The Last of Us is doing pretty good. You're like, what? Who said that?
It was in there? Yeah, it was in there.
Rip Curl Readiness said that. The TV show The Last of Us is new, but the concept and video game is not.
Militant farmer, I love it. He says, "Fuck that, kick death in the dick."
That's right. You want me to come with you? Okay, fine. You're gonna have to remove me.
Kicking and screaming, bro.
You're gonna cut me with that scythe of yours. That's really cool, bro. You're trying to look scary.
No one here gets out alive. The Doors. That's right.
Not yet, anyway.
No, well,
then rich people,
once Musk can put all the chips in everybody's brain, we can all live forever on the internet, right?
We can all live forever, yes. Yeah, we can all live forever, right? They don't have. Sorry, you have been terminated due to lack of server space. Goodbye.
Hunter says, if it's written in the book that you will die, then why have a bug out bag? Just let nature take its course.
Because I'm not trying to make it that easy for them.
That's right. I'm going to prolong the inevitable for as long as humanly possible.
I was created in his image, and apparently his image is a crotchety old bastard who will stay alive to spite you because my very existence annoys you.
Cheddar Pepper Prepper says, question, do you think we can list Ukraine as a dependent on our 2022 taxes?
No, I like this question. I think you should.
Shit.
Now, if you can somehow like provide the actual data, like how much money has been given to Ukraine versus, and break it down per American taxpayer. I think that everyone should.
I'm going to try it. Yeah, I'm going to claim Vladimir Zelensky as a dependent this year.
I think you should because, all right, now
write him right in there.
One person does it. He's a crazy man. Two people do it like, okay.
Oh, these guys are funny.
They're queers.
Yeah. But then when everybody does it.
50 people do it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they start calling it a movement. It's Alice's restaurant all over again. You see, guys,
how true.
How lucky you guys are because I was practicing with different accents because I know how much you guys love it when I do that. I was nailing the Cajun one pretty good. Kentucky. I can't do Alabama. I can't talk Alabama, but Kentucky. I can do Kentucky. And a Cajun.
My mother Spark says, and your afterlife is based on how much your family pays. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it just depends on how big your big stone mansion that holds your.
I read an article the other day about a guy who's spending like $2 million a year to reverse his aging process. And apparently that's what it costs to be 40 plus and have the body of an 18-year-old.
You'd be surprised.
It costs you about $2 million.
You would be, well, I guess you'd either be surprised or not surprised by what
money can buy.
And what problems it can solve. People are like, money can't buy happiness. And I'm like, yes, it not only can, but it does. But maybe not that. Okay, so people think of money as, what you don't want is to be rich in the sense that you have like lots of assets and lots of crap.
Right.
What people really long for in the lifestyle of the rich and so-called famous is the freedom.
Correct.
The time.
Correct. I believe so.
And you'll notice that people of privilege, people of that station, who have that means at their disposal, they will almost always choose like some sort of creation and become like artists, sculptors, musicians, dancers, whatever. There's always some sort of creation thing. It's as if freed of the constraints of the grind, we would all be creators.
Okay.
I wonder how many Einsteins and Teslas have been crushed by like minimum wage jobs.
Well, minimum wage jobs, the public school system, things like that. I see where you're going. The lack of income can severely crush.
Not can, does.
Potential. I believe that.
It is not the money. Right. It is not the money and one's access to it we should hate. It is the social stratification that makes us care about such a thing that we should despise.
Right. Interesting.
I've been doing a lot of research about a certain family from the area whose name I have adopted.
The Livingstons.
And I came to feel, amazingly enough, sorry for them. In how they were done. It wasn't their fault. I'm not simping for billionaires here, and let me be clear.
Right.
They weren't responsible for the role and placement in life that they were dealt. They did it to their fullest, and at the end of the day, everyone hated them and crushed their entire way of life and booted them into obscurity.
Okay. Kind of shitty.
This could happen to anyone and anyone else's way of life. It just depends on the sentiments of the day and how riled up people get about inconsequential things. In this case, they ran like a feudal manor. Okay, so like on its face, like this sounds ugly. It's basically slavery with like, you got to pay to work there kind of thing.
Right.
While being allowed some basic freedoms, such as like you can own your land, but at the end of the day, like instead of paying the government taxes, you were paying the family what we would call taxes.
Okay. Yes, Jay Creature, the Livingstons and the rent wars. That's
a very interesting period in history, and if you don't know about that, you should look it up because it is wild.
Absolutely.
Now I have the privilege to live in a place where all of what he's talking about went on.
Yeah.
So we did a thing where like we revolted against this family who I didn't live
owned everything.
What we would call counties, they called their manor.
Okay. So they own
and
everything.
Then you buy like your parcel of land from them, or you inherit it, however it worked out. But like, so they had this giant piece of land, and then you were allowed to own a piece of it, and then you gave tribute yearly to the family. Right.
Okay.
Now, follow me. This is not very much different than paying taxes to the government at this point. People came to despise and resent the system.
Okay.
They tried to kill these people. They tried to burn their houses down. They tried to go to court and steal, take their land and challenge land deeds and stuff like this. What we ended up with because of this, though their cause was righteous, and I would have believed in it,
is the modern taxation system.
And so it's that. How do you like the taxation with representation, you asshole? Like,
I see. So perhaps these renter wars were stirred up a little bit by the government as well.
It was stirred up by people. Now, okay, in the day here. So this came to a head in about 1840, 1850.
Right.
You're about, 75 years after the Revolution.
Okay.
So we rebelled against the king and his system. But yet here in America, people like the Livingstons, the Van Rensselaers,
the Van Burens, all of these big,
these Hudson
families.
River Manor folk,
okay,
Hudson Valley people, Cortlands and all this.
Mm-hmm.
The common folk looked at this and they said, "What is different? The revolution was fought against this system, and yet it still exists." So I'm like, okay, I feel it. But then I also feel like that these folks were landed gentry, they called this. They were sent here by the crown to colonize lands. They were basically given a job.
Yeah, to come here and make something.
And we'll give you all this stuff. And, so they lived large and were probably a bit ruthless by modern standards.
Okay.
But at the same time, I just feel like you really didn't solve any problems. You rebelled and you make way for the new boss, same as the old boss.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So it's a horse of a different color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So something to check out, guys. Definitely look into the rent wars back in the day. It wasn't a thing that just happened here. It happened in a lot of places. So check it out, man.
It paved the way for modern society. And at the end of the day, when you look at it, it didn't change anything.
Robin Weimar, welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Yeah, man, history, when you really dig into it, you can see how intertwined things are. Outlaw says, tell me about the rabbits, George.
Just look at the... See the flowers, Jody?
Look at the flowers, Jody.
Just look at the flowers.
Yeah. Hey, Joanne, welcome. Yeah, man, history. Look into your local history.
It repeats itself, is why I stress history to people, because it repeats itself.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, you can at least find a precedent as to why that particular episode hasn't repeated itself yet. But what we can learn from history is that no matter how horrible human behavior, someone somewhere will do it again or has never stopped.
Yeah, so important to look back to see what your future holds. With all the technology they have today, it's going to look a little different, but they're still trying to put the same reins on everybody. So something to think about, guys. Definitely something to think about. Make sure that your preps are in order and stocked up. Water, right? Water, food, shelter.
Water,
and a
food,
means to defend it or hide it good enough that nobody's going to find it.
In order of importance, shelter, water,
and food.
Food.
Yep, absolutely.
Without shelter, you'll live 3 hours.
That's true. I think that's one of the most overlooked things when it comes to preparedness is the shelter, being able to have it, especially this time of year, being able to have a space that you can heat and stay warm.
Let's do the threes for them real quick.
3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, and 3 days without water.
How long without food?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. So food is not on the big top of the priority list, man. Shelter.
It's about 3 seconds without a head. You're good.
Check your bags, go through everything. Make sure you've got everything ready to go.
You never know. We're sitting here on the live stream clowning, all of a sudden, boom!
Yeah.
NY Prepper said, today's the day.
That's right. Could be. And there's a lot of Easter eggs in that. So when you're watching, pay attention. You'll pick up on some of them. And as you find them, let us know in the chat what you found, the Easter eggs inside of these videos.
Now, what are you talking about here?
Oh, nothing. You'll have to watch and see.
Well, in the interest of just, transparency, we'll say that our buddy NY Prepper does a series called Dark Winter.
Absolutely.
Definitely check it out. And we've been blessed with the opportunity to do a sort of a spin-off series from our own point of view. We're calling it Polar Eclipse.
Yep.
Check out what we've already put up. Stay tuned for more from both of these creators.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know NY Prepper has been working hard on getting something out and getting another episode of that out, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So make sure that you are subscribed to NY Prepper and check it out, man. Check it out. Fantastic, fantastic series. Old Mutt said we need more groups doing training weekends. Absolutely, Old Mutt. I wish more people would do it. You put yourself out there, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. And if you got a good group of people to watch your back, makes it a little bit easier. Milton Farmer says, no Easter eggs this year, just potatoes. He's going to paint potatoes.
Cheaper.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I give people those ones that got the green in it. Sorry, I couldn't use this one, but I was thinking of you when I dug this up.
Marco wants to know, what's up with you yard sailing your IFAC? Yeah, he forgot it. Left it right there on the bench.
I didn't forget it. It was a
Easter egg. A potato, Easter potato.
So I don't get too much into it. Some things, potatoes might find their way in, where it's a plot device, shall we call it?
There it is.
You already saw what happens when you already saw what happens when you leave without your helmet.
Is there Easter eggs in NY Prepper's Dark Winter? So NY Prepper does a lot of, when you're watching his Dark Winter series, you're going to learn a lot about nuclear war survival. A lot. Everything is by the letter to the T as it should be. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of knowledge in that series. But guys, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight on a We All Gonna Die Wednesday and spending it with us. We appreciate all of you. Smash that like button for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon. YouTube likes to mess with the bell icon.
Wait, can I do it? I think it's about right here.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Blow it up. Blow it up. But thank you guys so much. Cheddar Pepper Prepper. No, Old Mutt does not have a
John
channel.
Madden when he said,
I felt like
all right, chill out, Eminem.
Yeah, no, we got to get, follow the Facebook group if you want to see a lot more from Old Mutt. It's in the description section below this video. And thank y'all for joining us. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival.